Hello and good evening, everyone, or good time zone, wherever you are. I am your storyteller, the Prince, for this Vampire the Masquerade um, one shot, First Light in the Dark. I'm excited to be here with Greater Restoration for this charity project, and this is going to be a very, very fun game. This will tie in a little bit to Philly by Night. So if you've been watching us over at Rolling These 20s, you'll like what you see here. Uh, but as we get started, I will let everyone introduce themselves because we're going to jump right into some action once this gets rolling. So we're going to start with Rafiki. How about you introduce yourself and your character?
Well, hello, I'm Rafiki. I'm the co-founder of the Greater Restoration channel. So you may see me here from time to time, mostly every Thursday, for a Return to Edition campaign called Return Vigilante. And tonight I'll be playing Ambroise Baudelaire, a French vampire, a toreador, who has a very unique sense of what is beautiful.
As toreadors are wont to do.
They are.
Uh, uh, French Tuck.
Hi, I am the French Tuck. I use they, them, theirs. You can find me over on Twitch and Twitter as the underscore French underscore Tuck. You can also find me here on the Greater Restoration Crew channel every Thursday night for Victorian Vigilante, where I play Alexandra Collins. Tonight I will be playing Androm. Did I put two different names in the sheet. I will be playing Andromeda, aka Andy.
Excellent. Sarah.
Hi, I'm Sarah B. Strange. You can find me on Twitter at Sarah B. Strange. That's the best place to find me. You'll find me just kind of floating around the internet. So keep up with me there if you like. And I'll be playing Leah Blake, Bruja Bruiser. Call me in if you've got problems, preferably ones that I can punch.
Yes, there will be problems to crunch. Promise. And Strike.
And I'm Strike Redkite. You can find me moderating all sorts of channels all over Twitch, and I am also the DM for a 5th edition actual play over on Chaotic Tiefling ATL, Sunday mornings alternately. May 2nd is our next game. We call it Eutharian Legends, and it's set in my homebrew world, and we have a bunch of fun. Tonight I will be playing Maxwell Usher, the cause of problems that Leah will be punching.
Perfect. This is exactly what we want. So let's set the scene a little bit. Uh, it has been confirmed that there is an isotope that has been spread by humans to kindred here in Philadelphia. Philly has been in a bit of an upheaval. There's been since you all have been here, which has been a few months or so at most, there's been a change in power for the Camarilla princes. There's been a Bruja war with the Anarchs. It's been a lot of bad things. The masquerade has been breached, covered up, people have died, bad things have happened, essentially. But you all still have to eat. You still have to get by. You still need work. And when a mysterious benefactor contacts you and says, $3 million in cash to you for this mission, meet me in the old tunnels below City Hall. I imagine all of you answer with a resounding yes.
Well, I don't know about resounding. I try to keep a little more soft spoken, but a yes nonetheless.
I mean, it does indeed look quite interesting in some way. Let's see
And it
what
doesn't
happens.
take, oh, yes, absolutely. And it doesn't take you very long to get there. Um, Philly is known for its ability to be navigated very easily. And knowing these are the tunnels of the Nosferatu, you might be a little nervous You definitely get the feeling that you are being watched, because you are. But a young looking man steps out of the shadows as you all gather here. And he goes, "Hello. I know you all are wondering why you have to be here, what's going on, what you need. We've had some problems. The Camarilla are a mess, to put it lightly, and the Anarchs can't seem to get their things together. So I went and found a bit of independent hands, someone's who aren't so involved in the politicking that can go about here in Philly. And there's been too much of that. I myself, I'm a bit on the run. Things have happened. My chowder may have blown up an old prince, but that's neither here nor there. I have found that the Second Inquisition are tracking us through our blood, attempting us, finding people that they know we can't resist. And he looks over at Ambrose, and he looks at you in specific, and he says, "Some of us are very attracted to beauty, and thus very beautiful people have been infected with this thing. Goes in your blood, it's trackable for up to 5 days. I have found it with the help of some researchers, some people who may know a thing or two about tracking things throughout the blood, but it is confirmed, and they know how to find us. And they've captured a few. I, however, have found something to help track them. It works both ways. You see, they have to infect someone with this isotope in order for it to be drank. And he holds out like what looks like a little remote control. I assume you all are down for the cause. 3 million apiece.
I mean, if somebody's tainting the food, that is a little extra incentive for me in some way. And
It's not just as simple as tainting the food. They are tracking us and burning down our havens.
yeah, that could be a little bit of a problem in some way.
Putting it mildly.
I mean, I do have, a bit of security at home, but we never know what kind of people make, especially with this new information. So I'm all in, mon ami. All in.
Well, you know what they say. I've got 99 problems and 62 of them end in fire. Probably should do something about this before it gets too out of hand. But why us?
Desperation. Honestly, there's not many people that I can trust here in Philadelphia. They've betrayed me. And the ones that dally, that continuously find themselves in trouble, masquerade preachers, bad for business. You all have been discreet. I know where to find you because I'm very good at what I do.
And
But-
what's that?
And he reaches behind his back and he grabs a sword and it glows red. Like almost like a lightsaber, but it is more like a scimitar, and it just glows red. I am an assassin, the Banu Hakim. I seek and I destroy. However, I cannot do this job as others are seeking to destroy me. I must leave Philadelphia immediately, as my childer has done something unspeakable. I must find him. He must answer and atone. But you, no one knows you.
Debatable.
And you know this is a dramatic sort of breath because vampires don't breathe.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't know you.
Exactly. However, you do know of an Alan Sovereign. And all of you would know this name. Alan Sovereign was the former seneschal of the Camarilla here before he was supposedly blown up. I have secured significant amount of funds from his accounts. And those funds can be funneled to you. I have no need for money. I'm sure you all do. Establishing yourself with funds in a new city is very lucrative.
Well, of course, but this is all going to be done discreetly, of course, correct?
Indeed.
And as the word discreetly appear, I'm just gonna turn towards, our friend who, sometime, turns, discretion into a bit more trouble. I'm assuming that's gonna be quite interesting. So, what's the plan here?
I have a name. There is a woman named Eliza. This control, and he hands it to you, should be able to track her. She will be obvious. They make themselves obvious. The Second Inquisition likes to make it so that those to be fed upon are known, at least to our kind. And he gives you a little map as well,
Okay.
and it basically has a circle around an area near a park in the north side of Philly. And he says, I suspect she'll be here this evening. Find her, get answers, find out where they are infecting. I don't know a better word for it. Infecting seems right to me. Find out who's doing the infecting, where to find them. Destroy every bit of this isotope. Destroy the equipment to track it. The Second Inquisition works isolated in pods until they pack up and go away. They don't tend to transfer information. If you can destroy their base of operations, we will likely shut this down. Your choice of how you do it, entirely up to you. I trust that y'all are skilled enough to figure something out.
I'm sure some of us can be quite creative in this matter. Well, I hope that everybody is willing to go on a bit of a midnight stroll.
Let's go.
I don't know that any of us have a choice. If they can
Oh,
track
there
us
is
this way,
always choices. But most of them turn out to be wrong. You ignore things like this.
I like being able to live the life I live. So, let's go.
I'm sure you do, Doctor. And before he leaves, he actually puts down a briefcase. Consider this a deposit. I am a man of my word. And in the briefcase is loads of money. It is just hundreds on hundreds just stacked up in this briefcase. There's probably a solid $1 million in here.
Max will flip through the bills and make sure that they're not like sequential or anything of the sort that would make this problematic to use right away.
Let's make this our first roll, Max. Let's make this
Woo!
a we'll say it. Let's go into an investigation. It's not
Okay.
hard. We'll call it a two dice.
Well, I got a 10 and 2 4s.
Um,
I don't think 10s explode in this system.
they do not. Not they work with another 10.
Gotcha.
You think it's all on the up and up.
It's good
Looks
enough.
fine. Looks fine. Everything's good. It's a lot of money in there. Just distracting.
Math was never my strong suit.
Go there. Find Eliza. Do what you have to do. If there's any strands, any particular strings of information that don't quite add up, or you have questions, don't come looking for me. Figure it out on your
Well, that's cryptic.
own. Oh. If you see someone named Tariq, tell him that Ja is looking for him.
If we come across, sure. Well, let's go, mes amis. Allons-y.
And he turns around, walks back into the shadows, and then he's gone. You don't even hear him or see him. Do any of you have all specs? You can.
I
potentially
do.
track
I
him.
do.
If you want to, you can potentially
Yeah.
track him.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Please.
I can't imagine I'll be any good at it, but I can give it a shot.
I mean, that
Let's see.
depends. How good looking was he?
Slightly above average. I would say
Oh.
say he's a little short, muscular, but wiry,
Okay.
bald headed.
Probably not too much my type.
Not your style. So heightened senses, I assume.
Yep. So I assume that'll be another investigation.
Heightened senses. Let me make sure that I got the right of it. This is the best part of vampires, me trying to memorize all of the different skills.
Oh, it's wits resolve, and we add our auspex rating to perception rolls.
Yes, exactly. So
I have a
and
question.
what do you have, Andy? Please.
So I have up to level 3.
Mhm.
So I'm up through Scry the Soul.
Oh, you want to try to scry the soul?
I am a little tempted to do so because I want to kind of get the I kind of want to understand who I've just made a deal with.
Okay. Let's go with let's figure out our heightened senses first. We will come back to the scry the soul because that is a fun one. So for a perception roll, I will have you roll your wits and awareness, and then you would add your all specs as well. Ja. You are free to burn a willpower to reroll up to 3 of your non-hunger dice. Everyone will have at least 1 hunger die. Just an FYI.
Oh, that's good to know.
We're going to do a rouse check, but I wanted to jump into this first. But for now, we'll do this. And Ja will roll stealth. All right. Ja had 3 successes.
Beats me.
You had him for a moment, got into the shadows, lost him. Silence to death is real. All right, Andy,
Okay.
scry the soul. That is
So
your
that's my
intelligence and aspects versus their composure and subterfuge, correct?
Yes.
And
So
what are you going to try to? Oh, yeah, well, let's go for the roll first, and then we'll see what you ask.
just making sure a success in vampire is what?
6 or above.
Good to know.
And
Okay. Okay.
Subterfuge. I have 3 successes.
I have 4
What'd you get?
successes. One of which is a 10. But I don't know if that means anything. But I have
If you
4
get 2 10s, then
No,
it's a
I
crit.
just have one. I have multiple 7s, but just one 10. But I have
Okay.
4 successes.
So with this, you can ask a number of questions that is equal to the margin. So you have one question
Mm-hmm.
that you can ask that I will absolutely answer for you truthfully about this character. Or to this character, should you ask the right question.
What was the name? This is me, Tuck, not remembering names. The name. What was the name of the person that he said like to say? I think it was like Tajay or something like that.
Was that?
Tariq?
No,
Tariq.
Tariq. Thank you. I was like,
Yes, Tariq.
it was like if you with the T. He's like,
And for anyone who has y'all have been here for a few months, I would say, if you have questions on who Tariq might be, you could roll me a let's say intelligence and a politics roll.
Politics. All right.
Decent at that. Hold on.
It's not exactly what I'm into all that much, to be honest.
ooh.
Also, you're always open to rouse the blood to add 2 extra dice to any one of your attributes.
It is a success on my end.
2 successes.
2 successes,
4 successes.
Oh, that
4
can't be good.
successes.
So
What
I
did you
got
get,
one
Rafiki?
success, but
1 success.
1 success.
Yeah, politics
And
is not
Shrek, you got 1 success as
jam.
well.
I got the 10 on the hunger die. That was my success.
Okay.
I love
Oh, are we
And
always
this-
rolling hunger?
always rolling at least 100 die.
Good.
We're going to roll a rouse check on
Oh.
your way out of here. I'm actually holding until after we leave out of here. There's a particular reason for that.
Okay.
So the rest of you trying to puzzle over this name, it sounds familiar. You feel like you've heard it from other kindred around, but nothing's really coming up. But Leah, Leah, you've kept your ears to the ground. You've heard Tyreek. You've heard this name. You're like, I'm putting it together. Oh shoot. That's the dude that blew up the Union League in Prince Jackson. He was literally talking about the child he embraced. He embraced someone who murdered the last prince. And he wants, if he's looking for a shouter from the sound. And this Tyreek person, since he blew up the last prince, he's become something of a cult figure. People follow him. People believe in him. People think that he is the key to their freedom here in Philadelphia. The key to get away from the Camarillas, Iron Fist, and the key to not having to be a part of these anarch sort of baronies where everyone wants to have a leader. No, they don't need a leader. They just need somebody who they believe in, who's doing what they believe is right.
Interesting. All right. Okay.
I think I've decided on my question.
Shoot.
I decided on it, and then my brain went. But did you decide on it? My brain's like.
Did you though?
Did you though? Do you really want to ask that question? Is he looking for us to not only get rid of the technology, but get rid of the people?
He does not care.
Okay.
Not a single F was given.
Okay.
But he wants the technology gone for sure. You know that without a doubt that it has to go.
Okay.
So, with that, I need everyone to roll a hunger die and tell me if you succeed or not.
That is a beautiful tree on that hunger die.
You get hungrier. So your hunger is now at 2. Got a 1, so that is also a hungrier person.
That is also a 3 on my hunger die, so that's a 2.
Oh, yay.
We're doing great.
Everybody's
Great.
getting hungrier.
I mean, we're going out on a stroll. Might as well grab a midnight snack at the same time.
Max? Success, failure?
A 2, so fail.
Oh, wow. All of you get hungrier.
Wow.
So, inside of yourself, you hear a voice that you're familiar with. Each of you all's voices sound somewhat different, somewhat familiar to you, because this voice is your beast. And your beast wants out. Your beast wants to feed. And your beast is inside going, you need to eat. Eat whoever, whatever, whenever. But you need to eat now. Now. And while you all have only 2 hunger at this point, it's not uncontrollable, but this is the pang of being a vampire. This is the part that draws you from your humanity. It is the beast side of you that wants to eat all the time. It is never satiated. Well, unless you kill. You kill, drain someone entirely, it is satiated, and you are not hungry at all. It is happy. But the caveat to that, get a little bit further away from humanity every time you kill someone. You can choose whether you go eat now or you just go along and continue on your mission.
Do we have time to stop at my herd on the way to make that easier for us? Since I can look around and tell that everybody's looking for some appetizers at the very least.
Explain to me your herd. What's your herd like?
Well, I'm a siren predator, so my
Mhm.
herd is a whole lot of club kids and folks who like to drink more and take substances that are not going to be mentioned on Twitch and have a lot of fun on a Saturday, Sunday, Friday, Tuesday night.
Excellent. Up to you. Y'all absolutely could do that if you like to. I know you each have your own food proclivities, but it's certainly an option.
Yeah, Max will throw it out. If we need to grab a bite before we get going, I have some friends who certainly wouldn't mind.
I mean, I could always do let you know people to appreciate me. I'm quite, lovable, as you can see.
I'm sure they would absolutely adore you.
Most people do.
Well, as long as they're willing.
Yes. It's just easier that way.
I'll find food.
Ooh. Okay. So, in that case, you all make your way to a club, and it is, well, you describe it to me, Max. What would your club look like? Your party place?
Um, this is very much a scene du jour sort of place. Max tends to flit from scene to scene as whatever is most popular and most commonly easily found is. There's no ideology behind it. He's looking for food. He doesn't care about the goth scene, the industrial scene, or whatever other scene that children are doing these days. As long as they get themselves drunk, that's what counts.
Sweet. Um, this is a familiar place to you. Sometimes you have to do dice rolls, but in this particular case, I won't make you do dice rolls because this is your place. You are in your area. People know you and they know what you're looking for. And some of these people enjoy the kiss.
Max has lingering kiss with presents. Almost all of them enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Probably more than they should.
Yes, there are some kind or humans who do get addicted to the kiss. I assume Andy is there as well. You all have your pick of your favorite types here. There is quite the arrangement of people to choose from. And given that they know that kindred flow through this place, be it if they know they're a supernatural creature or not, doesn't really matter. They enjoy frolicking with those of the supernatural kind.
All right.
And thus take the kiss willingly. Excitedly, even for some.
Mm. Well,
Go ahead, please.
let's see around, like, who's a bit more interesting. Anybody appear to know at least my entrance, know me a little bit, just
Oh yes, you have I assumed put a few art installations together here. People have seen you around.
yeah.
This is you are in your element immediately, and I imagine you might toss in a little bit of awe,
Oh, just
little
a
bit,
little, just
little
sprinkle
taste.
it, sprinkle it.
And within moments, you have a bit of a flock around you. People, both who know who you are, but also some who don't know who you are, but think you're important. So they are the hangers on type.
Hmm.
Leah has not gone into the club. She is going to go.
I was
Yeah.
just about to ask,
Oh,
where's
no.
Leah?
Like, she knows the club too, but
course.
she prefers to wait outside and follow the person going home alone when they probably shouldn't have, and wait till they try and take a shortcut through an alley. It's just so much more fun that way. So she just waits.
Would you rather give me a strength and brawl roll or a wits and streetwise roll?
Oh, strength and brawl for sure.
Please and thank you. Go for it.
'Cause the strength alone is 4 plus 3 for brawl. So that is, you shitting me, that is 2 successes out of
If-
7.
You can burn superficial willpower to reroll up to 3 of your non-hunger dice.
Yep. God, because how did I roll 4 5s?
It happens that way.
It
The
really
dice
just...
roll how the dice roll.
Mm-hmm.
The dice giveth and the dice taketh away.
Well, that's 1 more success anyways. So 3 successes in
3
total.
successes. Okay. Excellent. It takes you a while. This is not normally you have a pretty easy time hunting. This is your area. This is your territory, your zone. You find 2 dudes who basically are having a pissing match. They're talking shit to each other. Excuse my language. They're talking mess to each other, and they are borderline in a fight. One of them is just like, you know what? I'm done with you. Done with you. I'm out. The other one was like, yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. And with his back turned, talking, flapping his gums, you swoop in. And his arms go up like fight. And then his arms go down and he just falls into it. And you can take your hunger back down to 1 unless you want to finish him.
No. Not right now.
You leave him slumped in the alley, looking like he lost the fight that he swore he won. He just knew he walked away with the win in this fight. He did. But he didn't. And I imagine you all gather back up after all this is done, or you go hang out outside of the club waiting for them to come out.
Yeah, not a big fan of the clubs. There's certain ones that I'll go in. This is not one of them.
Now, a question for everyone. Make sure I got this all right.
Yeah.
All of you can, if you drink from anyone, you can drink till you go down to 1 hunger, or you can drain them, go down to no hunger.
Well, it's a bit more difficult to have people loving me if they're dead, so I'm just gonna let him, 1 for more.
Yeah, just going down to 100. These are valuable people. They don't. There's no call for any of that.
It'd be rude to do it in someone else's spot.
Definitely something you'd ask permission for first.
Mhm.
Proper etiquette.
Yeah.
Cool. Now, I believe that Max had a lot of resources, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, I've got some resources as well.
And who else had resources? I imagine one of you at least have a car.
Oh, I even have Datsun Drive to drive it with.
Excellent. So you should be our driver.
Oh yeah, no, I'm more than happy to drive because adding extra drivers just gets you into temptation of all sorts of problems.
Now, Philly is a very walkable city. It is very easy to get around by train or Uber or what have you, but it's definitely more convenient to have your car, especially on a night like this when you are on a mission. And you drive to the north side of Philly, find the park, and who's holding the tracking device?
I suppose I can hold it.
As you get near this park, it starts to beep. Boop, 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 boop.
Well, at least we know it works.
Either
Well,
that
at
or
least
it's
it makes
broken.
noise.
You can turn the volume down as well,
Yeah,
but the
it's
light
good.
still flashes on it.
Does the device look like anything that we could camouflage as some sort of technology that isn't going to stand out as an obvious tracking device?
It looks like a remote control.
Are there any late night shops open, 7-Eleven, that sort of thing?
Sure, absolutely.
I will swing into one real fast and see if they've got anything like a drone or something like that that can be like held in the other hand so it looks like we've got a remote and a drone rather than a remote control for a TV that's nowhere near us.
Actually, you know what you can do? For those who have resources or points of resources, roll me your resources. Just
Okay.
roll the resources by themselves
I was gonna
and
say,
tell me what you get.
we don't do hunger with those, I assume.
No, this is just a roll for me to see what you get.
7, 8, 10, and 1.
Yeah. I got a 1 and 4, so.
All right. With the 7, 8, 10, that's 3. That'd be 9. So you have a drone.
Oh,
You keep in
perfect.
your back in your trunk.
Perfect. I will hand that over so that way, just hold on to it. It'll be camouflage. Nobody will notice the device in your hand as long as you've got that in the other.
It's a fairly nice night out. This wouldn't be too weird for someone walking around a park, flying around a drone. I mean, it's 1 a.m., so it's not a ton of people out, but you know. And there's a few people in the park. And you see a young woman who is pacing, but it seems determined, almost like they're waiting for someone impatiently. Um, there's probably maybe like 7 or 8 other people hanging out here, but this person stands out. It is very obvious. They're in the light. They are near the center of the park. They're pacing. They walk over to the swings. They sit on the swings to get back up.
Well, I'll bet that's our winner.
And as you get closer, the beeping gets louder. Boop, 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 boop,
Let's lower that
boop,
volume a
boop,
little
boop,
bit.
boop, boop. And the light just flashes. Just pulse is becoming faster, faster, faster the closer you get. And she looks over at you. She has long black hair. She's tall. She's wearing like a tracksuit. But she's very pretty. Very pretty. And she's looking at her Apple Watch, looking over the phone. And she catches the eye of one of you. You can choose who wants to be the person who catches her eye here.
I'm certainly willing. What do you think? Do you want to go?
Be, be my guest.
Fair enough. Max will walk up to her.
Hey,
Everything all right? You seem like you're a little tense.
you seem late.
Stuff happens.
Are we going to go somewhere more private? Do you
Since
just
you're
like
ready.
to do your thing here?
Even at this hour, nobody's paying that much attention. Everybody has their own little world that they live in with their own sad little worries and their own sad little thoughts. And nobody pays even the slightest bit of attention to anybody that's doing anything else as long as you make sure that nobody makes any loud noises or big, scary, flashy bits. Nobody cares. But if it'll make you feel any better, I'm sure there's a couple of trees over there. We can walk over there and chat.
I don't care. Do you bring friends too? Like, I don't know if I have enough left in me for more than one or two of you.
Think of them less as friends and more entourage. Not everybody gets to have access, so to speak.
Whatever. It's what they're paying me.
Come on, we'll go over by the tree and sit and chat. There's no reason to make this awkward. More than it is.
She walks over with you by the tree. What are the rest of y'all doing?
I mean,
Leah
I'm,
follows.
Are you trying to be stealthy, Leah, or are you just
No, not at all. It's just very like she probably looks more like a bodyguard or something.
And she looks over her shoulder and is like, do they always follow you like this?
I mean, yeah.
You don't think that's weird?
You get used to it after a while. She's a sweetheart, teddy bear on the inside. You'd never know it looking at her.
Nope, I definitely would never know that.
And I'm going to go ahead and spend a rouse check and do an entrancement because I think that's going to make this interrogation go way smoother.
Go for it.
I'm not 100% certain how to do a rouse check. That's just the 100
Roll
dice?
100 die. Yep.
Okay. 0 successes, so I guess I get hungrier.
You. This is neat. Just feast on her.
Well, I mean, I think
You
that
know
part's
how
gonna
they know
happen.
how to track you, so you know how easy it is to hide.
It's true.
Train her. Finish this. Easiest way to the mission. And you already have money. You don't need 3 million. Take 250K and go.
It's tempting. But let's see what we can get information-wise out of her before I decide to take the money and run.
Fine.
Oh, that's not a word I wanted to come up on the dice roller. I don't know
Oh.
what a possible messy crit is, but I have this sneaking suspicion it's going to go badly.
So, what were you rolling exactly?
I rolled my entrancement, which is charisma plus perception versus their
Okay.
composure and wits. I
Let
got
me
5
roll.
successes with a possible messy crit.
Shh. Okay. Let me see how many that she gets, and we will let you know. What was the roll against? Their
Composure plus wits.
composure plus wits. All right. Oh, geez. And you got how many successes?
5 with a possible messy crit.
Okay, cool. So that is critical success. You win.
I'm glad of that. I don't know what the possible messy crit means, but as long as I won, I think that's what counts.
The messy crit won't matter in this case because of the amount of successes that she got. I'll just put it like that.
Excellent. Wonderful. So in that case, after succeeding, I add dice equal to my presence rating to any social pool against the entranced subject.
Yep.
Excellent. So
she sits down next to you. What do you tell her? Like, how do you pull this entrancement?
I tell her, this really goes a lot smoother, I think, for everybody if we recognize that, we're all parts of a whole. We're people that need to remember that we're people and not just cogs in a machine. So my name is Max.
Hi, Max. My name's Eliza.
It's very nice to meet you, Eliza.
It's nice to meet you too. What do you want?
Well, I thought we might chat for a minute before we get down to the nuts and bolts, so to speak. And
you all can come join at this point.
Yeah.
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 I
We're
think Leah-
basically having a picnic.
Yeah.
Say,
So
Leah can tell
it does. It looks
when
like a little
he's done it.
picnic.
Like Leah sees, like watches her relax and goes, "Oh, yep, he's got it. All right, coming over."
Yeah. Anybody paying attention to us at the moment?
Yeah, that's my concern as well.
Roll me a wits and awareness check. Anyone who's looking.
Wits and awareness. Do I roll my blood dice
Oh.
against that as well?
Yes,
Uh,
absolutely.
wits.
Your blood dice is always rolled unless I say otherwise.
Wits and awareness. Where's my awareness? Where the bloody oh, it's not too bad. All right. I mean,
Oh, I
I'm-
got two tens on my successes.
That
Oh,
is
there you go.
4 successes in that case.
I also got a 10 on my blood dice.
I also got 10 on my blood dice and one single 10 in the rest of it.
But
Yeah.
So,
that's
so if you get a 10 on your
okay.
blood die and a 10 on another die, that is a massive critical,
Okay.
hmm. So I got
potentially.
Okay.
a 10 on my and a 8 on my blood die. So
I have two non-10 successes and then
No.
two tens
Fine.
and then a 10 on the blood. I rolled a lot of dice.
it's anything
So
about
you
above a
have
6, right? That is the
Anything?
success.
6
Anything
or better.
above a 6 is a
Oh,
success.
Then there's 3 success and 1 success on the blood die.
So that's
So you-
technically then 6 successes and that's
Yeah.
also success on the blood die.
I'm going to be
So-
pissed if you all eat my person.
So they count for 2s, but they have to be in pairs. So if you have 10s, so if you have 4 10s, you get 8. But if you have 3 10s, it doesn't count the other one as 2. It counts as 1.
No, I have 2 10s and then a 7 and a 6.
Okay. So you have a ton of successes, basically. As far as you can tell, there's no one watching you. And anyone who's looked your way turns their head after seeing you, Leah. They don't want anything to do with you.
That is a very fair response to seeing Leah in a dark park at 1 in the morning.
If y'all had a bubble, when they looked at you, the bubble grew maybe another 20 feet wider out. And
Yep.
people just move further away. It is this is your party, and y'all are running it right now, essentially.
Well, that was the general idea, at least. So Max will talk with with Eliza and try to get some information about her employers. Like, where does she meet them? When's the last time she had a treatment, if we're going to call it that? Those sorts of
How do you want to roll for this? Do you want to use persuasion, intimidation?
Yeah,
like,
persuasion.
Okay.
It's at the moment everything's nice. When we need to get the bad cop out, that's Leah's problem.
Excellent. So roll me your charisma and persuasion, and any other bonuses you get from your ability.
Okay, so that is 7, 10 dice.
Yeah, this is why I said gather a bunch of dice.
Yep. That
'Cause-
is 4 successes total.
And that is against her. I lost. I just had it open too. Shoot. What was it? You were using
Charisma persuasion.
transmit. What are their roll against it? Composure and wits. Oh
Yep.
God. So she gets another roll against this to see if she can break this. I highly doubt it.
I kind of walked into this planning to use this one a bit.
Well, that's a crit plus 1. 5 successes.
That's
Ooh.
unfortunate.
She goes, ask what you want to ask. You want to know my employers?
I do.
Bunch of suits. I thought you just wanted to feed. Isn't that what you blanks do?
Well, I like to get to know my partner before going into things. It's not
They didn't-
just a bite.
They didn't warn me I have to talk to y'all. This is creepy. There's a bunch of you.
I suppose that's fair. All right. I tell you what, I'll spare you all of the further awkward first conversations. Give me an address. We'll get this done, and you can go about your business.
What do I get out of this?
Well, you'll be spared at least 20 minutes on the Chicago Bears.
I'm an Eagles fan.
This would be why you'd want to spare yourself that trouble. The Bears haven't been good since '85. Trust me, there is nothing good to talk about them.
Listen, the only thing I know, there's a doctor. Dr. Quinn. Howard Quinn. As far as I know, he works for a Penn hospital, but I don't really believe it.
Where do you see Dr. Quinn? I assume he's got an office somewhere.
Yeah, so there's like a clinic sort of pop-up thing. They said it was for vaccinations or whatever, but like not very many people get vaccinated there.
More of an exclusive sort of arrangement, it sounds like.
Yeah. And Dr. Quinn, what he told me was like, I come here, someone will want to like see me. I assume that's you. And he said there would bite me and it would be fine.
It'll
But
feel
you
quite
didn't
good, actually.
bite me. None of you bit me. So was he just like messing with me? Was this just like a game? What did he put in?
It's not a game. Think of it as a test. Like, did you ever pledge a sorority when you were younger?
Ew, no.
Well, you missed out. Greek life is one of the best parts of college. It adds so much to your character.
Andy's face is just like, okay.
If
Bullshit, but okay.
If one of you wants to roll an insight with your charisma,
Oh, sure.
Inside with charisma.
This might be a good time.
I'm gonna go for it.
Because she sounds like she's dancing around something.
I have so many dice to roll for that. 1, 2, 3,
I have-
4.
Ooh.
I have
Ooh.
not many dice.
I got a lot of success.
Insight and
Oh
charisma.
my.
Oh my.
Charisma insight.
Oops. No, only 1 blood die, not
So-
2.
I rolled 5 dice. All of them are successes. 2 of them are 10s.
Ooh.
Nice.
Ooh.
I then
So
rolled a
that
success on my blood
is-
die, but not a 10 on my blood die.
So 9 successes.
I would only roll 3 dice for this one, so I'm just not gonna deal with
Just,
that.
just not your
Just
thing.
no,
You're just
no,
fine. Somebody
no.
else can.
I also managed 9 successes, but admittedly I had 4 10s, so that makes it a lot easier to manage.
Ooh.
Yeah,
If only my dice rolled like this when I was doing damage in D&D.
No kidding.
right?
So I would say that Andy and Max,
Mhm.
y'all for sure know she's lying and or hiding something. Don't
Hey,
know what
Leah.
exactly, but it is very, very clear.
Leah, could you come here for a moment, please?
Stomps over.
Eliza flinches back.
Eliza, this is Leah.
Hi, Leah.
Would you like to reconsider what you just told me?
Reconsider what?
Okay. So let's
she,
be
like,
plain
swallows.
let's be plain spoken here. My time is infinitely more valuable than yours, and I have an infinite amount of it. But I have an extraordinarily small amount of patience.
And I have even less.
Leah here represents my id. So when I get really impatient, I just ask Leah to come over. And then I don't have any control over what happens after that, but it generally gets messy. So, why don't you tell me where Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman works? And we'll be on our way. And we don't have to worry about any sort of complications.
And she sort of like looks at Leah, looks at you. Leah, just for posterity's sake here, let's do a little bit of a scary person roll. Let's give me some intimidation
Okay.
and charisma. Sure, let's do that.
Does not matter which of the social attributes it is only 2 for them.
I was just going to say, like, all of yours are 2s. You can again, you can rouse the blood to get 2 extra dice if you like.
Do I have to choose now whether I do that, or can I?
It has to be
decide
pre-roll
after?
if you want to do
Okay.
that, and it only lasts for this scene.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Ooh.
So
Gonna
give me a rouse check.
I rolled a 5. So
That is a failure.
yeah,
You get
great.
hungrier. Just eat her. This is what you have so much better things to do. Don't you like organizing things? Like, this is a waste of time. Eat her. Find this Dr. Quinn person through a phone book or Google or something and move on about your business. The rest of them won't mind. It's fine. Everything's fine.
I don't like being tracked. That's the one problem with that idea. All right. So does that give me extra dice to roll then?
2 extra dice on your
Hell
whatever your charisma, I assume.
yeah. Let's get that intimidation. All right, and now we add things up. I owe 2 10s in that.
That's 4.
And 3 additional successes.
7.
So
She
7,
is.
and then I'll roll failed hunger on both of them. So that's good. I'm having a great
Doesn't
day.
matter necessarily on this particular case. She is practically peeing her pants, essentially here. You look at her and she's just like, I you blanks killed my sister.
There it is. See, it's not. If you just opened with that, we could have had a much more productive conversation.
Don't we love it when people are amicable and tell us things?
It's much.
Which one of y'all's rolled good on those awareness checks? A couple of y'all did, didn't y'all?
The inside awareness? Yes, I did. I had like 4 success, and one of them was on blood die though.
I rolled well as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say a couple of y'all roll well on this. you see cars pulling up.
Oh.
Well, it seems that we're gonna have some company. So if we could either expedite this or move along.
Yeah, let's cut to the chase here, Eliza. Give me the address, and we can move on.
Fine, I don't care about them anyway.
I know you don't.
And she gives your card, and it has a address that is near the University of Penn campus, but it is a building like off of the campus.
Gotcha.
Gotta love
Really?
preying on the college kids.
No.
Really, thank you so much. I know this was hard. And then,
Die in a fire.
are we done here?
We're done here.
All right. And then,
these cars are starting to empty out with people
can I
dressed in black and ready to
Yeah.
roll.
can I quickly before we leave? Can I try and use cloud memory so she doesn't remember our faces?
Absolutely, go for it. This is an excellent use of vampire
Yeah.
abilities.
Love
Okay,
this.
so it's my charisma plus my dominate against her wits and resolve.
Yep,
And then I'm also rolling on the blood dice.
always.
Wait,
2 blood dice now.
2 blood
You have
dice.
2 hunger.
Why do I have
Then
2
you
hunger?
you got hungrier when you did
I
that
don't
rust
think-
check, didn't you?
I didn't house.
No, it was.
That was me.
Oh,
That
no,
was-
my
that
bad.
was later.
My bad. Go for it. Sorry.
I
My
rolled
bad. My bad.
nothing on the hunger, which is good. Ooh,
About to die.
ooh, and then 6s are successes.
Yes, I think.
2 successes.
And you said wits and resolve.
Resolve.
Got it. All right. Let's see what I get. 6 successes.
Oh.
Oh.
Whew.
Oof, oof, oof.
Oof.
If you
Oof,
want
gosh.
to spend a willpower for any black die that you have, I will allow that. Because you can reroll up to 3 black die by spending a willpower.
Spending 1 willpower gets me rerolling.
3 black die that were either successes or blank dice.
And that adds it to.
Yep, it adds to your previous roll.
I'm going to spend it because it's worth her not remembering our faces.
Oh yeah.
Extra successes. Oh, but it's still 5.
Is it? Did you reroll blank ones or ones that were already successes?
I rolled a success, 1 success, and then I had 2 that. Wait. Sorry, this is me being new to this
No
game.
worries. No worries.
I rolled 4 dice. 2 of them were successes. 2 of them were fails. And then I
Okay.
just rolled 3 dice.
So you picked up one of the successes, rerolled.
Yeah,
Rolled
and
2
it was
more.
still a success.
Got it. So you got 5 successes out of that.
Yeah.
Okay. So you use the cloud memory. And what do you tell her?
You met with some people. You can't remember what they said. Their faces were shrouded in shadows.
Okay. And her eyes do sort of glaze over. Don't know how successful it was. Generally, like when you've done this before, people are just like confused and then they are like, who are you? It's not exactly what happens here.
Mm-hmm.
She just kind of like leans up against a tree and looks like she's taking a nap.
Okay. I suggest we hurry.
Y'all have
Let's go.
incoming.
Yeah.
Let's
So
go. Let's go.
let's go. All right.
So y'all hoof it over to the car, hop
Yep.
in,
Mm-hmm.
head to the address.
Yep.
Let's take a long way around. Shall
Yeah,
we?
we can take a few extra minutes just in case.
And I'm gonna keep an eye if we have a tail.
Mm-hmm.
Max, you're driving.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Give
I'm
me
doing.
that dex and drive check. And those who are giving me that watching for the tail, give me the that wits and awareness check.
With awareness. All right. Wits.
2 successes.
All right. I mean, I usually do like people, but not all of them. Oh, that is
That's
good. Well, it is a failure on the blood dice,
That's
but
fine.
2 success on the other, so that's good.
Did you get a 1 on the blood die?
No, it was a 3.
Okay. Then
two
you're
successes.
fine.
2 successes.
2 successes. All right.
And
I'm
nothing
not.
and a fail on the blood die, but not as blood die was 5. It's fine.
Cool. So y'all see that there is a car tracking you, but Max, you are in the short time you've been here, you've established yourself pretty well. You've gotten some resources. You've learned the city a little bit. You take a few turns. You go down a back alleyway that usually has a truck in it. You had a good hunch that maybe it wouldn't. And being that Philly is full of one-way streets, you took a chance. You took a chance, and it did not. You'll lose your tail.
Mm.
I rolled 7 dice and got 0 successes.
So,
Oh,
just because
The
I'm curious,
dice like us this evening.
we're never gonna.
Do
Somebody
they?
knock on wood, please.
0.
Criminy.
That was wonderful.
because I do like nice thing. I'm wondering what kind of vehicle that Max is driving. You know, if it's nice to
Please.
present in here.
Max, what are you driving?
Max drives a nice luxury sedan, so probably Lexus. Nothing electric. There are just not enough stations to refuel those things.
Real leather. Honestly,
Oh yeah, absolutely real leather.
I like this.
Look, you either pay for quality or you don't, and there's no reason not to pay for quality.
You and I should hang out more. I kind of like you, mon ami.
I do my best.
I'll find somewhere else to be.
Sorry.
So
What? Don't you like a little ménage à trois?
Not my
I,
type.
that first syllable. That first syllable is the problem.
I could have told you that one.
So it is not a long ride to this building. And when you see it, it is less of a building and more of a tent, essentially. It is a tent in a parking lot next to a building that is definitely of the University of Penn. It is big, it's white, has what looks like sealed doors. If you drive past it, it looks even almost like it has like airlock, like some shit out of a movie. Excuse me. Some stuff out of a movie. And there seems to be people moving around in here.
Is it
Like,
obvious
And
how
it is-
many people?
No, because there's only like little bubble windows, essentially. Maybe you've seen 2, 3, maybe.
Okay. Well, let's pull up and park at least.
Yeah, I mean, possibly a bit further so that we don't attract too much attention. Is there like any shadows, like any place where you could potentially park, a bit away? Without
You could park further down the street under a busted street lamp, essentially.
Also
Yeah,
helps
perfect.
to avoid paying for it, considering paper trails.
Yeah.
Oh, this has a coin
Coin
meter you can
operated,
use.
yeah.
Yep.
Good to know.
This is the older part of the city here.
All right, well, let's park under a nice busted streetlight and quietly but carefully walk down the street towards what is almost certainly a trap.
Oh, most likely.
Do we? Subtlety is not my strong point. Do we want to actually go in now, or do we just want to look around?
I mean, doesn't it hurt to check out the place a little bit? See what we. And honestly, if we're gonna go in, I prefer a bit of an invitation first. So.
Let's take a look around. I can be quite perceptive when I need to be, and let's get aware of where we're going before we end up, I don't know, dead.
I prefer not dead.
Yeah, final death is bad.
Mm-hmm.
It has that whole final part to it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean,
Also, the death
I-
part. I'm not a
I-
fan of either one.
Yeah, kind of did that once. It was all right, but more than once is no.
Do we want to just stroll past and take a look before we do anything that's it might bring more suspicion in?
Seems wisest.
Mm,
Take a couple of walks around the block.
Yeah, play it by ear from there.
All right.
Okay.
Allons-y.
So what I am getting from this is y'all are like getting near this like tent thing, and you're taking a look around, see what you can see through the little bubble windows in it.
As subtly as possible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably doing that thing where you're walking past something kind of interesting, but you also like have things to do, so you just kind of like, oh, that's weird. Keep walking.
Yeah.
Give me a whoever is walking up on or near this building, give me stealth checks. I would like dex
All right.
and stealth.
I mean, I can do that. I'm not.
Is there a
alright with it.
penalty if you don't have a dot in stealth?
If you do not have a dot in stealth, you just don't roll the die.
Okay,
Just
just
roll your
double check.
dex.
Oh, Lord.
I'm sure this will go well.
Oh,
I
this is
mean-
going to go so poorly.
The worst that can happen, somebody will approach me. I'm just going to tell them I'm a bit of a tourist. I'm just going to start speaking to them in French. They're going to be extremely confused
God.
because America does not speak French.
I mean,
All
I
of that
speak French.
accurate.
So what if you get a 10 on the blood die?
Did you get a 10 on another die?
No, I just got 2 8s.
Okay. Then 10s only count in pairs with others. So
Great to know. 2 successes. Also a success.
if you get a 10 on a blood die, that counts as
Oh, that counts as... Wait, that counts as a success?
yep. Blood
I'm
die
not
successes
counting
are
that.
successes as well.
Good to know.
That is 4 success on my part.
4 successes. 1, 1, 3.
Team Bruja, go!
So the Bruja they think they're being stealthy.
For Bruja,
they
this
are.
is stealthy, okay?
This is stealthy.
You have to grade on a curve.
They're just like in the windows, like, I looked up, I looked down. No one saw me. No one saw you.
And I'm the tourist here.
You're just walking around. You're just like, okay, we good.
Late night postdoc student near
The rest
the
of y'all-
University of Penn.
What y'all
Track.
see in these bubbles is there are a few people what look to be working on like blood, lab equipment, shifting one thing from another, pouring stuff into something else. But as you're in here, someone comes out of the front door and says, "Excuse me, are you lost?"
Oui, mon ami, je suis un peu perdu. Est-ce que vous pouvez m'aider? In other words, yes, I'm a bit lost. Can you help me? In French.
And in French,
What?
I'll add it. And in French, because I speak French, I cannot speak French, but my character does. I'll add in French. We really took. We're so we thought we took a right turn, but I think we should take a left turn. Or maybe we should have taken 2 right turns. Who knows?
Who are those two? Do you have them on camera looking at me like through the windows? Why?
Oh, apologies. This one is my simple
Estábamos
twin of a
curiosas.
cousin. And this is his partner.
Give me your persuasion. You can use any of your abilities. Give me a charisma and persuasion check here.
I mean, is he okay? Is it a he or she? Doesn't matter, or I don't care. If
It's
they're
just
cute, I'm gonna.
it looks like a security guard. He's like in a
All right.
security outfit, and it's just like
Just-
doesn't even
just
have hand on the gun. It's just looking at y'all. What the hell is
persuasion,
going on?
persuasion, and charisma.
Yep.
All right, so.
And
I'm
if you
gonna
would like to
put
toss
that
all or something like that on there, you absolutely
Oh shit!
basis
I'm gonna.
persuasion and charisma.
All right. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 there. And yeah, I'm gonna need more dice for.
That's why I asked. I was like, do you want to toss all in there?
I mean, might as well. I'm gonna re-roll one of them because I'm one die. So that 1, 10, 2, 10. I'm a 6, yes. Vampire, okay.
Six.
3.
6 vampires. I mean, it's kind of how it works.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So 1, 2, 3. There's 3 of them that are 10, so it only counts as 2. Plus
That's 4 successes. 5,
plus 2 extra success.
6, 7. He
Actually,
is
8 success because there's another one, so 8 success.
8
I'm-
successes.
I'm a very charming foreigner to him.
He's like, what part of France are you from?
Oh, I'm from
I've never been to
Marseille.
France. I want to go sometime. Me and my partner, we've been talking about it for a while, but like just never can get the vacation time. Can you tell me some places to go? Like he just goes into like full-on conversation, forgetting about the other two who are just peeping in windows.
I mean, I'm sure that if
France.
you and your partner meets at some point, I can show you what we call back at home the Tour de France, if you know what I mean.
Oh my god.
Can I?
Yes, please save me.
Can I do? Well,
I'm playing a tour at our friends. What did you expect?
It was-
Vicky is distracting the security guard. Can I like line myself up with the window so I can just peer in and use heightened senses to just get fully like an understanding of the layout?
Absolutely, please go for it.
Awesome.
You have all
So
the
I'm
time in the
doing
world. I'm having fun
so.
here.
Okay, that's wits and resolve plus my aspect.
Yep,
Plus the aspects.
plus your all specs.
Okay. Oh, I may need more dice.
This is why I gave you all dice roller, just in case.
Okay, wait. That's 6 plus the. Okay, and then 2 from. Oh, jeez. It's 9 dice. I haven't. You
I
don't
know.
normally roll this many. Okay, and then rolling hunger. Oh, I got a 1 on the hunger.
Okay. That
let's-
only matters if you get no other successes.
I got plenty of successes.
Oh, good.
4, 5, 6, 7 successes.
Okay, excellent.
Oh wait,
s-
I think I'm a dice. Wait, am I a dice short?
You said you had 9.
I did not roll the 9th die. That's fine. It doesn't do it. It doesn't add anything.
With your background, you've been in little pop-ups like this. You know the general layout for lab areas and that nature. This tracks. You know where you're going. You know what the layout in this place would be. And you have a good idea of where the primary doctor and one of these little pop-ups office would be as well.
Good to know. And can I do one last thing when I'm doing that check?
Shoot.
Can I, at the same time, roll medicine because I have the specialty of phlebotomy, and they're dealing with blood.
I would
Oh,
say that would be only. It would make more sense if you were near the blood.
Okay. Okay.
Like
Understandable.
where you are right now from outside, you won't be able to
Okay.
learn anything.
Okay. But I got a good sense of what's in there, and our security guard friend is blissfully distracted.
Definitely. Definitely.
God.
So what do y'all want to do now?
I mean, there's plenty of things I want to do, but I don't have time for that.
Sir!
So,
Sir!
so I mean, I'm sure you're gonna call. I can call you. You can call me. But to go here, I just take this street, right, and go to a bit east.
Yeah, absolutely. That way and there, and you're good.
All right. Well, hope to see you soon.
Sure. Do you have a card? Is there a way to contact you? Like you seem to know the area in France, and when I go, I just want to make sure that I know how to get around. If I'll pay for a tour if you know the area. Do you have like an Airbnb?
Oh well, I'm gonna give him one of my. Because I mean, I'm an artist. I like to paint. I have like a gallery in. Well, I don't have own a gallery, but Well, you can just call me there, and I'm gonna give him one of the card of the
Very
gallery.
fascinating. I will absolutely come and see you. You're my partner. Oh yes, yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. He's just looking at the card, like looking at you, looking at the card, and he's like, look back at you. And then you wink at him, and he's just like, cool.
Does he leave?
He just kind of walks back towards the entrance of the building.
Good to know.
And that's why charisma is not dumb stat kids.
We love good charisma.
Amazing.
Oh.
Well, we should probably meet back up once we've done our once through to see if it's worth trying to get back into it, or if we should set it on fire and call it good.
I want to know what they're doing.
I mean, we don't have to know what they're doing. We just have to end it, you know?
Yes, and also setting things on fire isn't exactly a subtle method. These types of buildings don't generally go up in flames, and therefore, one going up in flames would generally be considered arson and generally call for investigations.
Aren't there like the burner things in there? Couldn't there just be, freak gas accident? I don't know.
I swear the fire thing was a joke. Before we go any further down this extraordinarily ludicrous conversation
come on.
line. That said, knowing what they're doing makes it considerably easier to make sure that whatever it is they're doing stops. However, unless we have some pretty good disguises, I suspect those security guards are going to remember the menage a deux that they
I do know
ran
for a
into.
fact that you were caught on camera, because
There's also that.
The security guard definitely told you so.
Oh,
Now,
that just made things complicated.
I don't have anyone underground that can help us with this. I don't know if any of you might have some friends.
I mean, I do have some influence in certain circle, or I mean, I can always ask our friend if he's willing to let me slip in the little back room. But
Potentially. Depends on if the University of Pennsylvania is built the same way that other colleges were back in the day, with tunnels.
Given the age of the University of Pennsylvania, that's almost a certainty. How much of them are still passable, on the other hand, is another problem. And
anything is passable.
And I mean, if anything, If they're used, I'm pretty sure we might find some friends down there.
That's what I was just about to say. So, storyteller, do I happen to know if there's a decent Nosferatu population in the city of Philadelphia that we might honk off by going into the tunnels?
Absolutely no, there's a decent Nosferatu population in the city because Nosferatu any other clan.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. Is there a way
However-
to maybe contact their primogen to get some assistance?
I was just about to ask you to do a thing for me.
Okay.
Let me look at your sheet. I want to see if you had a thing that would work on that.
Depending on what exactly we need,
Shoot. Yeah.
I might know people, but it depends on what exactly you want to get from this. You don't haunt the alleys without making some unsavory friends.
You certainly don't.
So,
Leah, I think this would be a great time for you to call in a buddy. I think that would be great. I don't know how well it'll work out for you, but it certainly might be a thing you give me a
like, what exactly are we going to be trying to do? Are we trying to get into the tunnels? Are we trying to find another way into this building? What are we?
yeah, that's what I was about to ask. Just for
That's-
some clarification, what are y'all trying to where are you going?
I mean, we definitely need to raise any type of evidence. I mean, I'm sure that our friend will remember my face, but that's a problem for a later time.
A subtle entrance may be the most helpful thing. Somewhere we can get in and get out without being seen.
I
At
will
least.
note that this place is in a flat parking lot.
So the odds of there being a tunnel into the particular area that we're looking for is not high.
No.
Potentially. It potentially could be. You don't know. Hard to say for sure. Because it could be over drainage.
Well, if anyone has anyone who can get us a way in, I don't know what exactly that will wind up looking like at this moment in time. I was thinking of someone underground that might be able to, say, change what we looked like as far as most people were concerned. But failing that, if there's other thoughts.
I think Leah, with your criminal contacts being Alley Cat, especially with 3 dots in it, you have a decent chance of knowing someone that knows somebody at the very least. Give me your charisma and your what is it? Streetwise.
That's what I was about to
Plus
say.
your
I was
contacts.
about to ask if I could make an argument for Streetwise, and you were ahead of me.
I'm a team player here.
Okay.
A wise and merciful storyteller.
You say that now. Just we'll roll with that for now. Yeah.
Please,
Alright.
a wise and merciful storyteller.
Wow, all of my dice are going in jail after this. So, so of the regular dice, I got 1, 9, 1, 10, so 2 successes,
Mhm.
and then 1 success on a blood die. So total of 3.
Do you want to burn a superficial willpower to reroll 3 of your black die or
Yeah.
non-blood die?
Yes,
Go for it.
because this is important. Nope,
Oh,
none of those.
None were
oh,
successful.
rolled-
no.
Because I re-rolled those and got 2 3s and a 5. It's just taunting at this point. So that's
Excellent.
3 successes.
All right. So it takes you a while. Y'all are basically sitting there for maybe 20 minutes as Leah is making phone calls, sending text messages. No one's answering. You just hear the boop, boop. Like, is anybody gonna answer? And then Leah, as you're out there and y'all are all just sort of waiting, you hear someone come up behind you. Hey Leah, nice to see you again.
Hey, you need something?
You don't
Or-
see anyone.
Okay. All right, Stalker,
Seriously,
what's up?
I've never took you as one to just hang out in parking lots on college campuses. Don't you have something better to do?
Funny enough, I do. And perhaps you can help.
Is it paying? And from behind Leah, there looks to be a small person that just appears out of nowhere. They're wearing a dark black hoodie, sort of torn up pants. When you look at their feet and you see shoes, you're like, oh, there's their Chucks, but they're not, because their claws, those are not toes, those are claws coming out of the Chucks. That's not good. And when you look at the hands, they are also, they look like long fingernails that have been sharpened to a point. And this person looks over at Andy and you see their face. And it is a monstrosity. There's a what looks like a lack of a nose, just the slit of like holes there. Teeth are misshapen and overgrown. Mouth is sort of like blackened. It looked like they just ate, but the blood is like blackened around their mouth and crusted over it. And they have like one bat ear, and the other one is just like looks like it's actually falling off. Who's your friends?
Friends.
Leah, you know this person. This person's name is Joe. They are a Nosferatu. And one of your contacts to help you find things when you need to.
Okay. So this would be somebody I can ask about getting into this place. All right.
Absolutely.
All right. Stalker, we need to in. And just kind of jerk my head over at the tent.
You say that like that would be an insult.
Sorry, you cut out for me. Sorry.
It's like, you say that as if it was an insult, but I'm very good at stalking when I need to.
That's why I call you that. So, you asked
That's a
about
better
paying.
name than Joe. So, you want to know what's going on in that building?
We have some ideas, but we need in. We need to make sure of it.
Did you bring me something? Gifts?
What kind of... I would know what kind of gifts he's talking about, right?
Money and or small animals.
I was going to say, because if you named any one of us as the gift, there was going to have to be a throwdown.
There was going to be some. There was going to be some fights happening.
All right.
Normally, you bring him like squirrels or stuff like that.
Okay. I probably wasn't planning on calling on him at this point, so I don't have that, but I do have the cash from the briefcase. So I'm going to pull out... I didn't put it like all in one pocket because
Sure.
rookie move. But just reach into one of the pockets of my pants and just pull out one of the hundreds. Enough.
Maybe. can have food.
Wasn't planning on running India tonight.
More.
And she like sighs super dramatically and reaches into a different pocket and pulls out another one.
Okay. What do you need? You're trying to get in there?
Trying to get in there. And preferably, don't know if you could swing it, but somehow we need, ideally, to not look like us.
Can't help you with that, but I can help you in. Did you know that place is underground now? They have tunnels.
Oh.
They're hiding something down there. We cannot. We haven't been able to infiltrate. We've been waiting for the word. Prince Annabelle has been difficult.
Hmm. Well,
But you work independently.
you know it.
You should be fine.
So, helping us get in.
3 more.
Ugh, stalker, you're killing me.
You're the best, Annabelle. Or no, not Annabelle. Leah. Annabelle bit me last. It was interesting.
What was Annabelle going to you for?
Well,
Do I want to know?
probably not. But let's just
Alright.
say I also work in acquisition.
And she like pats down the pockets. She's acting like she doesn't know exactly where every single one of these bills has been stashed. Just and pulls them out. Hard bargains. Hard bargains.
Follow me. And he sort of kind of goes into like a loping sort of hunchback of Notre Dame run and peels up a sewer grate roughly a block away.
She just kind of looks at the others and like, let's go.
You have
Right.
interesting allies. Or contacts.
I'm gonna look at the sewer grate like with some aid station, smell a bit.
For
What's the
you,
matter, pretty boy?
this is the worst thing ever.
So you're something that's know the way around?
Mm-hmm. Don't worry, we won't be in there any longer than necessary.
I believe the words you said were Alonzi, and I'm gonna climb down.
Come. We get in here fast. Follow
Well,
closely.
Yep, climbing on down.
I'm gonna roll up my pants a bit. Thankfully, I'm wearing my leather boots and not my suede shoes.
Oh yeah, your suede shoes will be ruined.
Ruined.
All right. Well,
There's sidewalks in the sewer.
Which of you like? All right,
Yeah.
so once you drop down here, it is pitch black. Unless you have something to help you see, you're basically hand on shoulder sort of thing. Or if you have heightened senses, that can help you too.
Heightened senses.
Heightened senses.
Nope.
Excellent.
I do have that apparently.
So if you have heightened senses, your eyes sort of adjust to the lack of light. And you catch like through whatever grates that come down, like enough light to basically make it semi-visible, essentially. But you also hear all the different drops of water when cars drive by. It sort of rattles your nerves. It is an unpleasant experience, to say the least, to be down here. But after about another 20 minutes of walking, y'all are closing in on around 3 a.m. ish. You get to this building. And it is under where you would think like a sword tunnel would continue to go, but it is more like a wall with what should be a door, but it's not. It looks like a door was there and they covered it up. And Joe goes, so this was not here the last time. They've changed things. But Leah, you're strong. You, I've seen you punch through people before. Maybe you can punch through a wall. It'd be an excellent way to test your power.
I've never tried a wall before. Stretches her shoulders. She does definitely want to try and do this if nobody wants to stop her.
Yeah,
Be
let
my
me
guest.
stand in between the wall and the angry Bruhat. No, you
Yeah,
punch away. Punch away.
I'm not fighting that.
I take a few steps back.
Okay.
Money
I
maker,
wasn't
darling.
here. I wasn't here. You didn't see me. Don't tell Prince Annabelle. Night night.
I will happily forget that you existed.
See you around, stalker.
And he
All right.
just lopes off.
Yeah.
Well, you have
Can I
some
punch
interesting
this
friends.
wall?
Give me
Now I want.
strength and brawl, and if you have any powers or anything you want to use to
Have potence. I have
Please.
3 dots of potence.
potence, you have.
And so I have a
Indeed.
thing for prowess where so I add the I don't know if this is necessarily what it would be, but I can activate that and add the potence to the unarmed damage.
Yep.
Okay. All right, browse check. This is gonna go great. I got a 7 on the rouse.
That is a success. You do not get
Yay.
hungrier.
Good. Cool. And so that's 4 there plus 3 math. Okay. And then do I add the potence die to this as well?
Just go ahead and do that, because I'm
Okay.
going to set a hard thing for this. So basically, you need 5 successes, essentially.
Okay. That's fair. Please work. Let me do the one thing.
Let you punch through a
Yay.
wall?
Let me punch through a wall. Because this is cool. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6 plus a 10, so 7, and then I'll roll the blood dice and succeed on both of those. So
Excellent.
yeah.
So
a punch
9
through-
successes.
Yes.
Yeah. So y'all see Leah just kind of like line this wall up, get her like bearings, just come back, charge up, boom. And you're like, this is like straight up concrete. And it just cracks. And then another punch. Boom, 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 boom. And the whole thing just falls down.
And to think, she said she wasn't subtle.
Now, with the noise this made, you know this drew some attention. This was not quiet by any means. But Leah just punched through a concrete slab. of a
I'm sorry,
wall.
that's the coolest thing that I've ever. That's so really cool.
Yep.
And there's
And
just like
she's like,
dust and like just broken wall in a tunnel that looks like inside of a building.
and
Bravo, ma chère.
just kind of brushes the dust off her knuckles and goes, "Cool, you can punch through a wall." Nice.
Nice.
Well,
Haven't had to do that one before, but hey, now I know.
You hear an alarm going off in here.
Yeah, I'm surprised none of us actually thought about this issue here. I mean,
Thought?
so, how quickly can you imagine that we can probably disrupt whatever security they have here and get the hell out of here? Because
it'll take them a minute to figure out where the noise was coming from. So I say we go.
Yeah,
Like,
we should
leave?
move as
Yeah.
quickly as possible.
all right, let's do this.
In.
Ah, good. I was gonna say, I'm not punching a wall and running away from it.
Question
No.
for the party.
Yes.
Left or right?
Oh.
Huh?
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Left or right?
Leah, Andy, you go left. We'll go right.
Split the
Wait.
party.
Wait,
I
are
love
we
it.
going? Are we going? Are we entering into? Is it like a hallway?
Yes.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
yeah.
Oh.
All right, let's go, Finn. Allons-y.
Alright.
So who we have? Leah and
Andy.
Leah and
Yeah.
Andy.
Leah and Andy,
But-
and
but-
then
Smart,
All right.
considering my strength is 1.
sweet. This is gonna be perfect.
I'm a Chimera. I'm intelligence, sure. Strength. Oh,
And Max also knows he could not leave me alone with Ambrose and have Ambrose not get punched.
nope.
We could have been friends. You know,
All right.
it's quite a charming feature that somebody's so empowered like you. But maybe another time.
Which directions did y'all go? I just want to make sure I have this right.
I think Max and I are going left.
Y'all
I
are
think
going
we're going
left.
right.
Yep.
Other two are going right. Excellent. All right. Let's start with left. So y'all run down the hallway to the left. It is, the flashing red lights that you see, but these hallways look very much like hospital. Not that different than a hospital, just underground. Can I get wits and awareness checks from both of you as you start to run down this hallway trying to find whatever it is you're trying to find?
That's what I think. I should probably put more points in that. Nah, let's go all charisma, friend. Let's be the belle of the ball.
I mean, it's helped us.
Yeah!
All right. I mean, it's not bad. It's actually pretty good. I got 2 success, which both are 10, but one of them is on blood dice, and the other one was another success. So technically, like 3
That
success.
is a messy critical.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a whole mythical person, so.
Max, what'd you get?
I'm sorry. What was the role we were looking for? Awareness and
Wits.
wits. So I got 2 successes.
2 successes. All right. Max, you catch some of these rooms look like people in it. And they are strapped down to tables. And they look to be sedated and or struggling. Ambrose, you catch a little bit more of this. You quickly understand that these are not just people, these are kindred. They're kindred here. They are caught. And as you look through the rooms, you see that they're not only just being tied down and kept. You see they are in various states of disarray. They are being, from the looks of it, tortured and or being malnourished. They are not being fed.
Anybody in them in we can notice that I may have, come across in various circles that may have disappeared in recent days?
Let me see. What would be a good role for that? So
You know,
no.
if I,
Hmm.
well, Max, it seems that. Oh my. Have
I
you
don't
seen
like
this?
the sound of oh my. What are we looking at?
Well, not in this context, no. Uh, I mean,
I would just actually, you know what? With that, I'll just count it as with that. So far, you haven't seen anyone in here that you know. But I would say that you wouldn't be surprised if you did. You know a few people, a few other kindred, a few other roses, as the Toreador are to call each other, that have been missing for a while.
yeah. It seems that there's a few kindred in here.
Oh, that can't possibly be good.
No, and let's, I mean, we have pressing matter at the moment, and this alarm is like killing me right now.
It is just wonk, wonk, wonk.
Possibly if we could get, deal with this, and I don't think we have the time, sadly, for friends, but probably come back with better force.
If they're even going to be alive afterwards. Ambrose, why don't you keep going on? I'm going to see if I can get some of these doors open. If they're actually locked, I'll come meet you in a second. But if they're not, I may be able to loosen the hen house.
I was just about to say before you got there that you hear footsteps coming down a hall. And you hear, hey, you, wait. And we switch over to Andy and Lee.
Can I? So I thought of something.
Please.
Uh-oh.
I have premonition.
Ooh.
Could I do a rouse check to see if I can get an idea of where we need to go?
With premonition. Do. Yes. Give me your rouse check and roll your resolve and aspects.
Okay. First the rouse
So-
check.
One rouse check and then resolve and aspects.
That's success.
Excellent. You do not get hungrier.
Great. Oh, come. 1
Because
second.
that could have been
computer.
complicated.
That could have been really complicated. Okay, so I'm gonna roll the blood dice first. That's nothing on the blood dice. It's my aspects and my resolve. That is 2 10s and then an extra success.
Ooh, so 5 successes. 5
5
successes.
successes. Where do we need to go?
So, Andy, as you're running down this hallway, you feel almost like a deja vu.
Mhm.
You have an idea, like there's a picture of this place in your mind that you've seen or felt or been here before. And as you're running down this hall, you just know it's a right, that's another right. And there's a person. There's a person that you're supposed to talk to, but you can't make out their face. No, they're there. You know they're in this room, but you can't make them out. And you know that the room is locked.
Okay. Leah, do you want to see if you can break it down a door?
Leah just grins.
So you lead Leah to the place that you've seen. And as you expected, the door is locked. Leah, same roll.
I'm kicking down a door.
Same roll. Do the thing.
Oh my god. 12 to roll. 10 dice.
Oh, the majesty of rolling 10 dice.
It's just such a satisfying sound. Okay, so 2 10s
That's 4.
and 1, 2, 3, 4 more successes, so 8,
Jesus.
and
Successes.
then a 10 on the blood die and another success.
Excellent.
Kicking down the door.
Our team's having a great time.
So you don't see the person in there, but you like once Andy tells you this door is locked, she just moves out of the way and you just go blasting through. I don't know how you'd picture running through the door. You tell me.
So she's got Doc Martens on. They're original Doc Martens, by God. And so she just plants a foot and does the like fireman kick at the doorknob.
And this door, it doesn't just like kick, like open. It just snaps off the hinges, and it's just like thunk. And there is a woman sitting at a desk, and she hops up, and she is dark-skinned woman, hair braided back. She looked like she was writing on something, and she jumps when she sees you. It's like, who the hell are you?
I'm afraid
This
the real
person?
question is, who the hell are you, darling? Care to explain? Your little operation here is very nice. It's also very complex. A little.
You're not supposed to be here.
Oh, I know.
Too bad.
That's not the question, though. The question, though, is, don't tell me what you're doing.
No. And as she says that, a guard comes around the corner from her, aims a gun at you. These guards are incredibly well armed, and they are ready for people like you. Or should I call you blanks?
No, it's
Oh, yes, I
terribly
know what you are. Vampires. Disgusting, awful creatures.
Excuse you, I am a scholar. I have gotten my PhD at least twice. I am very well learned.
I have 4 doctorates. I'm not impressed.
Oh. Considering that you got them in this timeline, in this century, I'm less impressed. Try doing it as a woman in the 1950s.
Oh my God. Listen, I can't. Are we really gonna do a doctorate measuring contest right now? Who cares about the doctorate when I can break you like I broke your door? Your gun doesn't scare me.
She nods at him and he fires. Do you have anything to help you dodge out of the way of bullets?
Me? Or
No, Leah.
Okay, good.
I don't know that I have anything specific. I have a specialty in brawl against.
You have rapid reflexes, don't you?
Oh yeah, I have celerity. Yeah. So yep, I get no rapid reflexes suffer no penalty
Yep.
for lack of cover.
Correct.
So.
So give me a dex and athletics. And feel free to rouse the blood if you want extra dice on your dex.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that because that's only
You want to
4,
rouse the
and that
blood.
makes me nervous.
But he definitely just shot at you.
Yeah, yeah, but that's a fail on the rouse check, so that's good. But you know something? I have something else kind of fun that could happen.
Dodge the gun.
But
Eat his face.
more and more tempting. All right, so that adds 3 to the pool, or
2.
2. Okay. Please be nice. Yes, 5 successes. And
Excellent. All right. And let me see
rolling.
what he gets.
And then two successes on the hunger dice.
Wow. So 7 successes. How about that? He goes to fire at you. And Leah, you see this. It is almost like one of those Matrix moments, slow motion sort of things. But you feel this gun go off and it feels terrifying. This bullet does not look like a regular bullet to you. You've been shot at before. This is not that big of a taking a bullet to whatever. But this one explodes in what looks like a phosphorus sort of fire. And it nicks you. Doesn't catch you all the way, but it nicks you. And when it hits you, it hurts. It is like your body is screaming. It is like when you first became kindred and you thought, hey, maybe this is not that big of a deal, and you saw, and then it burnt the crap out of you. It is kind of like that. And it catches you on your arm, and it is fire. You take 1 aggravated damage.
Ooh. Okay. Where is that on the sheet?
So on your health pool, essentially what that means is when you take a superficial damage, like from fighting you or something like that, it just is like a cross on your block, like a single line. This would be an X. If you take all aggravated damage for your entire health pool, your health is gone, then you die, essentially.
Oh.
This takes a lot to heal aggravated damage, essentially.
And that was 2 of that?
Just one.
Or
just
one.
one.
Okay.
Because he only beat out what you did by 1. You realize that this is not like someone to be messed with. This is not a regular sort of security guard type. They are prepared. You really intend to stop my research?
I don't
have time for that.
I don't care about. I'm only want to know personally. I just want to know what you're doing.
Tracking.
We have an idea.
You.
But for what purpose?
Wouldn't you like to know? And we swap back over to the other 2 members of our coterie. This guard is running down the hall. Hey, stop! What are you doing?
Lamenting that I didn't take Dread Gaze.
I mean, this is all you. I'm just a pretty face here.
Yeah, I had that feeling. I'm gonna pull a gun and shoot at him.
Okay.
I have very few other options.
Ambrose?
I mean, I'm looking for alternative route, like windows I can probably up out if there's any. Probably not.
There's not. You're underground.
Yeah. Any
you could potentially
sign
try
of-
to open one of these doors
any sign of staircase, like emergency exit or things like that around?
behind the guard.
Oh, bloody hell. Meld. Okay. I mean, are we going like to essentially a dead end?
Y'all can go back the way you came.
Okay.
Back towards the rest of your party.
All right. Well, I see that. Max is probably gonna try to shoot him. What it's a hallway? Is there like any like thing on those walls?
Anything on the walls? No, this is just like
Okay.
this is like the super sterile sort of hospital hallways that you see. Except
Okay.
there's no like stretchers along the sides. Just
Okay.
hallways, doors, and more hallways.
I mean, I don't want to die, but I mean, I can always, be a bit of a distraction for him. So I'm gonna run alongside, alongside Max, and essentially, just up against the wall to essentially catch his attention, while Max, is probably gonna shoot him.
Okay.
So if Max missed, I'm gonna get to him. I'm not a brawler. It's gonna go poorly, but I'm hoping that the man with a very nice car can at least, dispose of this one.
Roll me Dex and Athletics.
Okay, Dex, I'm good. Ish.
And for
Athletics,
the
I have nothing.
guns, give me a Dex and firearms.
Okay.
Okay.
And again, y'all are free to rouse the blood if you like to get a couple extra dice for this scene.
You know what? Do we have to, when we rouse, do we have to reroll three dice completely, or can up to three?
No, when you rouse the blood for additional dice, you just roll a rouse check.
Yeah.
Success or failure, you still get your extra 2 dice, but you get hungrier if you fail.
All
So
right,
roll
I'm gonna go for it.
blood die, and then tell me what you get.
Get a big tree.
Okay, so you fail.
I'm getting hungry.
Eat. Take one of these other kindred that are in here. They're not your friend. You don't know them. Kindred blood is so potent.
But I get 2 extra die, right?
You do get 2 extra die.
Okay, they're good. I'm glad I did. I'm hungry, but I'm glad I did.
What were your successes?
One of them on the blood die.
I also got 4 successes.
How many was that? I'm sorry, 4? 4.
4 successes
okay.
to shoot the dude.
Okay, and he is going to not try to dodge. He's just going to try to shoot back.
That's unfortunate.
It might be more unfortunate for him than.
Given what we know about these guns, maybe not.
He had 2 successes. You had 4 successes. So he blasts at you. And you blast at him, and he takes a shot, and it lands. He is not dead, but it takes him in what looks like his side, and he goes flinching back, but he does catch you with a bullet. You take 1 superficial health damage.
Okay.
It sucks. It hurts, but it's not that bad.
Yeah. These are real.
This guy does not seem to be shooting where security was.
Seems we got unlucky, Leia.
We'll see.
Any other moves you're trying to do here? Because this is basically you and shoot again.
Oh, I'm shooting him again. At this point, gunfire has been exchanged. That's clearly this is just going to have to be until gunfire is no longer being exchanged and is only delivered.
All right, roll another one. Same roll.
Only 3 successes this time.
Oh, that's no good. Well, I failed on all my die. So he turns to run because after getting shot in the gut, he's not feeling great. And he turns around and goes to hoof it, and you catch him right in the back of the neck, and he goes down.
I'm gonna go nudge him with my foot.
He's dead.
All right. I'm gonna look around if there's any place for me to maybe pull him a bit out of the way. Probably not. I'm assuming there's a door nearby.
The closest thing that you could take him out of that you know for sure, a hole that Leah punched in the wall.
I'm pretty sure we're already like fairly far from it.
You're a bit away from that.
All right. I'm gonna flip it around, at least arrange him in a pleasant manner. Spice up the place. We better go. I mean, this made a lot of noise.
Have
Is it
you've
obvious
used
that
willpower already to like reroll some dice?
I
Me?
haven't.
No.
No, you haven't used any willpower. Okay, give me willpower
Okay.
plus your shoot. What is this roll? I forget. I always get it messed up. Bear with me a moment because I need you to make a friendly check because you want to this guy a lot. So willpower plus your humanity divided by 3.
Both of us?
So no, just you because you're the one moving this body. So give me
I
your
mean,
humanity.
yeah.
So give
I was
me
gonna say, if
willpower.
Ambrose is obviously hungry, Max is going to go. He ain't getting any deader.
7 dice.
7 dice?
Yep.
2, 3,
If you haven't used any willpower, that should be it.
7. Do I add my blood die to that, which is my
You
hunger?
absolutely do. Always a blood
2.
die.
So 2 because I'm a bit hungry. All right. You need to arrange my food. Okay, that's good. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 success.
Ooh, okay. You wanted to rip him apart and just finish this body and drain it, but you managed to control your beast. Your beast is just finish it, clean it up. You won't have to worry about it.
All right.
Yeah, it's a little messy. Gross.
Stay
But-
in the shirt.
You hear commotion from up these stairs near where this body goes down at.
What kind of doors are securing the kindred? Are they? Do they look like a standard door that's just locked, or is it like?
It looks like those heavy metal doors that lock them. Kind of thing you'd see in like a prison or an asylum. Leah's just strong.
Yeah.
Leah does disrespect stores.
Hindsight being 2020, I probably should have just made it Team Bruja.
No,
I am
there's
happy to have Leah by my side.
there's some other stuff to do.
All right. Well, I am not strong enough to kick down a door, and it doesn't look like I can shoot a door open.
Does this man have a key?
That's a great question.
I mean, I've been like feeling up and down like to arrange them. Do I feel any keychain?
Give me an int and investigation check.
Intelligence and investigation. Yeah, that's not gonna go well.
Both of you can do it if y'all want to search his body.
Yeah, let's. Yep.
Yeah.
Loot the body. That's the next step in this.
Nope.
So it's wits and investigation. I don't have a great.
It's
roll.
intelligence and investigation.
Intelligence and investigation. That's even worse.
You only need 2.
2 successes.
Only need 2.
I got 2 successes. I got 2 successes.
He has a key.
All right.
Has a whole ring of them.
Oh man. I was really hoping for like key card sort of no.
Well,
No. All right, Ambrose, do you want the keys or do you want me to use the keys?
you can go for it, my friend.
Go meet up with the girls and I'll try and get some of these people out and see what we can't do.
Now, I will say, as a freebie here, these do look like they could be controlled electronically.
Okay. So there's potentially like a security office somewhere that I could pull a lever on and unlock all the doors.
Correct.
All right. Ambrose, meet up with Leah and Andy. I'm going to find the security office.
All right. Well, best of luck, mon ami, and hope to see you on the other side.
Yep.
All right. So, Ambrose, the only place for you to go is up the stairs.
Yeah.
But we're gonna go back to the rest. I mean, not. Wait, which one of you are going to security office?
I'm
going
going
to
back
security
towards
office.
Leah
All right.
and
So Max
Andy.
is the only way for you to go is upstairs.
Yeah.
We're gonna pop back to Leah and Andy. So Leah, you just took this shot that felt like fire. Andy, you were just having something of a doctor pissing contest. But this woman just icy glares at you. It's like, leave now.
Can I do a scry the soul
You
against
can.
her?
You absolutely can.
I want answers on this woman. So first I'll do my browse check. That is a 9. So that is a success. So it's my intelligence and aspects versus her composure and subterfuge. So the wrong pool of dice.
Leah, while this is happening, you look at her, this doctor, and this soldier. Give me a composure and an insight check.
Oh, my best rolls.
Okay. This isn't gonna go well.
It's fine.
So I got a 1 on the hunger dice.
Ooh.
I got 4 successes, one of which is a 10, if that helps.
So it's just 4.
Yeah.
The one on the hunger dice doesn't matter unless you fail, which you did not. She only got 2 successes.
So I get 2 questions.
Yep. Leah, what'd you get?
Well, I got 1 success on the regular dice, and then I got 2 10s on hunger dice.
Oh, that's a Nessie critical.
Oh, good.
Perfect. Oh, that's perfect.
Oh, good.
So you are looking at both of them, and all of the things or times you come across kind or humans who have come across you and looked you in the eye like this. Usually there's some sort of fear, intimidation, or something. But their pupils are dilated. They look hyped up on something. And that is tamping down their fear of you and what you are.
Huh.
Do
with that what you will. Andy, what are the questions you wanted to ask?
Well, that relates to my questions because I'm rereading over Sky's Soul to make sure I'm answering questions in the right vein of things.
Mm-hmm.
Does it look like she is taken that this drug that she has developed that allows kindred to be tracked when they feed on mortals? Does it seem to reduce her fear of us?
The drug she has taken is not the same thing.
Okay. But she has taken something that is reducing her.
Oh, yes. It is definitely something. And you, between premonition and this, I would say you are almost certain that she's developed it.
Okay. Is there a possibility of her letting us leave alive?
0%.
Good to know. That's what I figured.
Okay, question 1.
Shoot.
How far away are either of them?
Oh, this is a small room. This
Okay.
soldier that shot at you was like within, 5 feet of you. She's within like 10 feet.
Oh, okay. And so then, just as quietly as I can, lean over to Andy and go, "Which one died?
Sorry, can you repeat that? I couldn't
Which
hear you.
one dies?"
We need information out of
Are you sure?
her. I'd like to know some information before we can.
I can do it once.
Than her. She's more dangerous.
All right then. And Leah grins. And I don't even need to. I can use Soaring Leap, get over to her very fast.
Mhm.
I'm gonna Brutal Feed.
Ooh. And what does that call for?
That I have a brawl attack.
Okay.
Am I still roused from kicking door and everything like that?
Absolutely, yeah.
Cool. Good. I just want to make sure that this goes as well as possible.
So yeah, strength and brawl.
Oh,
Andy, what's your move here?
I'm going to try. As she moves, I'm going to move to the security guard
Uh-huh.
and try and grab the gun.
Give me a dex and athletics or strength and athletics check.
I'll take Dex. I don't have anything in athletics. I am a researcher.
You can rouse the blood and see if you can get extra points in dex if you'd like to.
Yeah, I'm gonna rouse the blood.
Do it.
That is a 1.
Oh,
I'm hungrier.
hunger.
Unleash the beast.
So I have 2 on hunger, and then I'm adding 2 to my dex.
2 to your dex.
So, jeez. Oh, there's dice still.
And for him.
Ooh, okay.
Well.
So I have a messy success
Messy crit.
because I have a 10 in the regular and then 10 in the hunger.
Okay.
And I have an extra here, but I'm gonna burn another willpower for 3 more die. 3 more
Love
dice.
to see it.
So okay, so far I'm sitting on 3 successes.
Yep. You can
I'm gonna
reroll
burn
up
it.
to 3 of the other die that
I'm
are
gonna
not
burn it.
blood die.
You got this. You got this. Let's do this. Let's do
one on
this.
blood die.
You can't reroll a blood die.
Okay, so just 3 regular
Yep.
die.
We're coming back to the rest of the. We're coming back to Max here
So
shortly.
that's
I got
2 extra successes.
No rush. Take your time.
So
2
that is
extra successes.
5 successes total,
5
or
successes
no?
total.
You had 2 crits, so you had 2 crit dice, so that's 4 plus 3 more.
3. Yeah.
Okay, so you have 7 successes. So as this plays out, Leah, you jump across past this security person who immediately attempts to try to draw a bead on you and fire. And Andy, as he's turning to fire, you catch him completely off guard and you just grab the gun. But once you grab the gun, the hunger kind of gets you and you bite. And then you get sick because this is not how you normally eat.
No, it is not.
You don't like this at all,
I
but
don't
something
like
just took you over in the moment. You're a beast, and you're just like, you bite him, and you just like rip part of his neck, and then you're like, blood just comes flying back out.
Mm-hmm.
But Leah, this doctor stood no chance.
Would you like
None.
to know how many successes I rolled?
I already know because I rolled 1 success. So if you had anything more than 1, you win. So please tell me.
I rolled 8 regular successes and 2
Oh.
10s.
Oh. So you had a 12?
You violent woman.
That's also why I put her on the other team.
It just jumps over the desk. This doctor's like, and then it's done. This is straight out of a movie, just feet, blood shoots up on the wall, but you don't actually see the blood going across the wall. That sort of thing.
You Quentin Tarantino'd her.
Yes, essentially.
Oh,
Ambrose, you come running down the hall. You see this whole, you just see just blood, biting. Then you see Andy vomiting
Fantastic.
and holding a gun.
and holding a gun. Yeah,
big-ass
holding a gun. This giant, like, straight out of a video game gun.
And it's probably done by the time that he actually like gets there.
Oh
'cause
yeah,
brutal feat
Leah's
is
just covered in blood. Andy's having a bad time while holding a gun,
So, there goes
and
my
there's just
hunger.
papers sitting on a desk.
Are the
What-
papers covered in blood? Oh no.
Yeah, some of the papers covered in blood.
Oh,
This
no!
is you did a brutal feat. This was not
Yeah.
like a regular just jump in and just like take a bite. No, this was
No.
like rip
Oh.
apart, make a mess.
Oh my god.
Merde. I'm like, I mean, part of me is impressed by the scene. Don't get me wrong, this is my jam. I kind of dig it a bit, but there's also,
I mean, the blood
Haven't
spatters
happened.
might look like some
it
interpretive
is
sort
very,
of art
it
for
is
you.
very abstract, and I dig the vibe. I've decorated rooms this way.
God, I love this game.
This game is great. I
What the hell?
love it.
Next,
Oh my god.
Yep.
you're huffing it up these stairs. Surprisingly, you don't see more guards, but you do see what looks to be scientists, and they are running
Toward or away from me?
away from you. They don't really even notice you.
Okay. They were running. Oh, they were running for something else. That's probably.
And as you are running across here, as you hit a hallway from these stairs, to your left, like it almost looks like when someone has a baby in the maternity ward and they have all the little babies sitting in the thing.
Mhm.
Except there are bodies in here.
Human or kindred?
Looks to be human.
Alive or bodies?
Alive.
Okay. All right. I've got to find the security office for this. If there's a scientist within arm's reach, I'll point a gun in his face and demand to know where it is. That might save me some time.
Sure. Roll me charisma and intimidation. This one.
I can do that. 4 successes.
Oh, Jesus. I took half. He had 1. He looks at you. He's like, this is that way.
Thank you. Off we go.
Amazing.
And you make it there. It looks like there is a garden here. But no, go ahead.
Does he notice me?
No. The door is closed. Does not seem to be locked.
Okay, excellent. That makes this easier. Well, I don't know how fast you can lose humanity in this system, but we're going to find out. So I'm going to open the door and plug him in the back of the head.
I'm not going to make you roll for this because he was not expecting it. Just and he's down. You see a bunch of different controls in here, some camera stuff. It looks like he was watching what was going on in the office where the rest of your party is, and you see what was going on, and you see why he might have been like both terrified and disgusted looking at it.
Go Team Bruja. I'm going to lock the security door behind me.
Okay.
Because somebody's going to come looking for this office sooner or later. And then I'm going to mess with the controls until I unlock every door in the place. Ideally at once.
Sure. If you have any points in technology, give me an int in technology.
As a matter of fact, I do have a point in technology. Singular, but there.
That's fine. That'll help you.
2 successes.
2 successes. Let's see what I roll. 2 successes. It takes you a minute. You are familiar with the security controls, but for the cameras and stuff like that. So you find those. And what you see actually is really odd. You note that they are using the tracking devices they have used the tracking devices on the kindred that they have locked up. It's actually not that many. It's only 6. But it looks like what they're doing is measuring the time it took for it to burn away off of them.
They're checking to see the half-life of their isotopes.
Correct. And they needed subjects for it. But the humans that you see in here, you start going through the computer and you see profiles of them. These are not non-important people in all the cases. Some of them are, Congress people or council people around here. They are using high-profile targets to get Kindred to both track them and blackmail them, and find Kindred are in high-profile positions that feed off of them. This is not a low-key sort of thing.
Yeah, no, these people are smart. They are doing this exactly the way to do it. Yeah, every one of these people needs to go free. We're going Operation Free Willy here. Everybody needs to go.
And you finally find the locks to the doors. Straps come off of some of these Kindred. They are not in great shape, but you see them start to move a little bit once they're free.
I figure Hunter Frenzy should get them eventually.
Or anything like that. You don't know how that's going to play out. It might be Hunter. It is, but...
one other thing I'd like to do while I have the security controls is I would like to try to wipe the recordings of tonight's festivities, except for a copy of Leah's jungle jump onto the doctor, because that's coming with me.
Take a little USB drive.
Wow.
That's going on TikTok later. That's going to be great.
Fantastic. Okay. You do that with relative ease.
Perfect.
Wipe the computers, free the Kindred.
Do you free the humans as well?
Yes. Humans, Kindred,
everything's unlocked.
Everybody. Everything
So-
must go. It's a fire sale.
This place is turned into chaos. You hear yelling because as these humans run free, well, there's also kindred run free who have not fed in a long while.
Oh, that was probably a miscommunication or miscalculation there.
That's gonna be bad.
That's gonna be
So-
messy.
I mean, you see this going down after it's happened, so it's not much to be done about it at this point.
Oh yeah,
but
no, like we've booped the chaos. We're gonna see how this takes us.
Shove it back over to the other side of this. Y'all hear the alarm go off, doors go open,
Mhm.
all hell is breaking loose.
Mhm.
You're done feeding, you done throwing up. Other you done admiring? Question mark.
I mean, one has to admire the art. You know, it is quite a sight.
You're weird.
I've been told.
Yes. Can I try and rifle through these papers after I'm done vomiting?
It's an investigation.
Can I do academics? Oh,
Sure,
academics and
absolutely.
research. It's an academics research investigation. It's the same thing. I just looked.
Yeah.
I have to roll more than 2 hunger dice because I am hungrier now.
I was gonna see if I could help, but no, I can't.
Not your expertise. Punching through walls, got it.
Yeah,
Looking through paperwork, don't
Like-
got it.
I do have 2 dots in academics and 2 in intelligence, but
You know, we went to school. We did not finish. Maybe we went to school.
listen, I dropped out
So-
to go throw rocks in protests. Like, what do you want from me?
Messy, critical, and then 2 extra successes.
So crit on the blood die, crit on the regular die.
Yep.
and 2
And then 2 extra on
So
the regulars.
6 successes. Potentially messy crit. With your background in academics, knowing through stuff, like you have a good idea, not necessarily of what you're looking for, but like how this potentially could be organized. And as you're
Mhm.
rifling through things really quickly, moving blood out of the way and getting rid of those papers, you find
Mhm.
something incredibly interesting. This person's name is Dr. Wanda Steele. She is the person developed this.
Mhm.
This started off as a cancer treatment potentially, but what they found out once Firstlight and Second Inquisition got a hold of it was that it could also be used as a sort of tracking thing. They found out that the half-life in blood was able to actually be tracked through a device. She's essentially been held hostage. Her family has been held hostage while she developed this and used it on kindred. The other drug that she had developed was to heighten human abilities with what they had learned from kindred to help them fight kindred in case of a situation where they broke into a facility like this. So they're not superhuman, but they're heightened for a while. They get dumber when they have it, which is why she was writing notes, and what notes you see were sloppier and sloppier. But the last thing that the last note that she wrote, it almost looked like a child's crayon writing. It was tell Lisa that I love her.
Oh no!
Why'd you
Oh
make us
no! Oh no!
Oh, we fulfilled the trope of killing your gays.
Ah.
But this is important information. This could
Yeah. No.
they both know how to. This place has developed a way to make humans stronger in order to fight kindred, but also has developed a thing to track kindred and bait them.
Quick question, just because this is both Andy and also my personal medical knowledge. This drug, did it make humans? Because usually cancer drugs make people feel pretty bad. Did humans not react to it?
Oh yeah, that was the thing. It made them what you saw in the paperwork. It made them dumber. Like their reaction times went up, but they weren't as smart when it came to like logic, tactics.
I'm talking about the other drug, the one that they're using to track kindred.
Nothing. It
Nothing.
didn't have any real effects on humans.
Okay. So it would essentially like sit in humans. Is there a record within these is there any paper trail record of what humans have this in them?
There
That I
is a
can find.
computer that Max is on that has a list of people who are here.
Okay, and Max is wiping that currently.
Correct.
All right. I feel bad. I feel bad. I hate
What?
If they can't track anybody with it, it doesn't matter who has it in them.
Yeah, no. Oh God,
Look, we should.
we
We gotta
should go.
start wrecking stuff.
Well, I'm feeling. Ambrose, where's Max?
He went somewhere with the security. I'm not sure. We met a little guard, and
So
Well-
he's probably wiping the computer.
I don't know. I mean, he somehow did something hopefully good because the beeping noise stopped. So,
There is an awful lot
bravo,
of
but
screaming happening.
yes. And
We
do
may
I
wanna
see
get out of
anything happening in the hallway? Because I know there was people locked up there.
No, but what you see actually confuses you. You just came running down this hallway. You didn't see anything in it before. You turn back around. There's a bag. Looks like a army duffel bag, just sitting in the hallway.
That wasn't there before.
No. Very cautiously going over, and I'm just gonna like kick at it first.
It feels heavy.
As long as it doesn't go boom, we're fine.
That's what I'm concerned about.
I would say open it, and if it starts ticking, we run. We're gonna need to run soon anyway, but
Alright. We
This
need to make
determines
sure
how
we get
fast.
everything. We need to make sure that we get everything out of here. All the information, all equipment, everything needs to get destroyed.
I, well, we can go as fast as we can, but some of this isn't just regular medical technology. It's not much.
I don't know the difference, and frankly, I don't care. Anything that could be used possibly to make this again needs to go.
All right, let's make sure the bag doesn't go boom first, though.
Alright.
It's not like I have a rendezvous, but if we could hurry up.
Alright, y'all move.
Are you opening
move.
the bag?
I am opening the bag.
I'm stepping
I'm
away
ready
for
to
a bit.
leave. Out of the way, though.
I'm
Oh,
checking
this-
the hallway, like see, like because I heard the madness that
Back
will
it up!
happen.
This bag is filled with C4. It is not on a timer yet, though. And on the top of it is a note. And it says, "You left without taking my presents. I apologize. I didn't tell you what was there waiting for you, but for destruction, you need destructive devices. Also, for the rest of your payment, please go to this lockbox 3014 at this address."
And now I'm just picturing Leah like a flower girl dispensing C4 as she's walking through the halls.
Well,
It is,
she's
it is
first.
one of those things where you stick it to the wall, set.
Mhm.
All right.
That's
Yeah,
not how
she's
C4 works, but I
straight
love
up
that.
just
I love
gonna-
the imagery.
We're going with the movie imagery.
So she
I watch too much
like,
Mythbusters.
looks in.
I know. I
love
know. I'm-
Mythbusters, but it's just she opens the bag and is like ready to jump and takes a bit closer look and goes. I mean, it will go boom, but not yet. And she hands the
Alright.
note over to whoever's closest, Ambrose or Andy.
I'm gonna read it. Hopefully, our little friend have it beautiful in writing.
Max, you see this happening.
And do I see any security camera nearby?
Yes, there's plenty of security cameras
I
in
mean,
here.
I'm only assuming that Max is in there. I'm gonna show my note and try to sign in to get out of here.
Let's
Enhance,
go.
enhance, enhance,
Enhance.
enhance. Max can read the note.
Well, I'll just say, hey, Max, you may want to come join us. Otherwise, you may not make it out of here alive. Can you first make sure, though, that everyone up there got out, so that way we don't kill more innocent people?
I'm not entirely. Is there a PA system? Because that would be really amusing right now.
We'll go with yes. Why not? Fuck
Yeah!
Excuse my language. Damn.
So
We're not
Max
on
is
page.
gonna-
We're fine.
Max is just going to go ahead and press the button on this. Attention, all personnel, run. And, and then he's going to go meet up with the rest of the coterie.
Oh, God.
It's that vine. It's da 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 da. da.
Sorry.
This is
Oh my
great.
God.
I'm having a great time.
So funny.
Oh my God, y'all! My throat literally hurts from laughing so hard this session.
All right, so you get all of the bombs placed in here. Y'all escape back out the tunnel y'all came in.
Yeah, through the sewers.
All right.
We made an entrance. Let's go use it.
I make sure that everybody else is well out of there because I know I can get myself out very fast. But
Yeah.
All right, all good. Hit the button because there should be a button.
Wait, we didn't make sure that the innocent people were out of there.
They were told to run. That's as innocent as they get.
That's not. Andy says as Leah goes boom.
And this
I
place
mean-
just and the little like tent that was sitting up, everything just collapses. There's just a giant gaping hole now.
Oh,
this
Joe
is-
might be mad at me.
It was not inconspicuous by any means, but the job did
Sure
get
isn't.
done.
He gave it to us.
Oh,
Let's
John
Oh,
knew what he was doing.
Yeah,
Joe,
John-
however, might not
Joe,
be
my
happy.
buddy, my NOS buddy, is gonna be a
Oh,
little annoyed
that's-
with me.
Yeah. Let's move as fast as possible.
Out,
You
out,
know-
out, out,
You
out.
know what is great this time of year for vacations? Anywhere but Philadelphia. I think maybe like a month, maybe 3 in anywhere the heck not here sounds delightful.
I think I'm
That's
gonna
got
go
a
for.
lot of money.
I think I'm gonna go for some research in Europe.
Sure. Europe is absolutely reachable with the amount of money that we've got.
Yeah,
Plus,
let's
a beautiful country.
And
Hmm.
y'all go to this address where it is said that this box is, and sure enough, it is filled with cases, each of your names on it, full on in cash.
$272,750,000 a piece. That's not bad.
I thought, yeah, it's gonna be a pain to get this into a more usable form, but
No, it won't. Do you need a better launderer?
I imagine Max has a great launderer. With
I have
no
I
resources.
have a great guy. I have a great guy.
I may need to hit you up for that. My
Yes.
methods have not always worked.
Barry will
Yeah.
take very good care of you. He's very, very good.
What's his cut?
He generally goes for 5% or 100 grand, whichever is lower. He's
Okay.
looking for repeat business as opposed to extortion on time one.
I'll take you up on that.
And as you all escape with your ends, there's people walking about. As always, this is Philadelphia. It's never a quiet city necessarily, but there is a tall, dark-skinned black man who is wearing a beanie on his head, black hoodie, walks by, looks past y'all, and he's carrying a 2-liter bottle of Diet Coke. And as he walks by to y'all, he just says, "Y'all have a good night." And
Bonsoir.
that is where we end.
This was a blast. Thank you so
Yeah.
much, Prince. for
That
running.
was amazing. Oh my
Oh.
god.
I'm glad y'all had fun. I was
Oh
trying to
my
run
God.
something that was fun, heist, shenanigans, give y'all a chance to show off your ability.
I mean, this
Oh.
is
Cool
not
stuff.
as dark as vampire can get. This is like the funny. It's like more like What We Do in the Shadow rather than a serious vampire film.
Yeah, I didn't go super dark with this on purpose.
Yeah.
If y'all seen my my show in Rollies 20s, it gets a little dark over there, but
Mhm.
we definitely dip into comedy. But I'm so glad y'all had fun. This
I'm
was
still
a
mad that
blast
we
to
buried
run.
the gay.
Yeah, that's I mean, literally
sad.
buried the gay because we blew up everything around her.
I mean, you could have put her in a fridge first and just gotten the trifecta, but
Hey, I was like, this would not be one of my games without something bad make you all feel bad.
Yeah. Lonzo
It
warned,
is vampire.
Lonzo warned me that you will make me question my humanity.
Did Andy, is Andy going to tell Leah what she has done? Or is that something Andy's just gonna take to the
Sit on.
Yeah. I was gonna say take to the grave, but that's not quite how that works.
Do I feel like Leah would be incredibly, like, very, very, very sad?
Leah would, like, based on Leah's background, Leah would feel terrible.
I'm probably not gonna tell Leah.
Better off not knowing. Ignorance is bliss.
Better off it on my consciousness and having talked to my therapist about it than on yours.
How do you find a vampire therapist? That's a great
You find some
question.
Great. You find some kindred that have some great training in psychology.
avoid the Malkavians because they're never going to be quite as good as you want them to be.
True.
Definitely not. All right. So yeah, I don't what do we do? Tell people where to find you, I guess.
Yeah.
What happens here?
Where to find us, and then intermission, and then
And
stick
then
around
Right.
to the
wrap
end of
it
this
up.
amazing charity marathon. It's been
Yeah.
2 days. It's been 8 games of TTRPGs. It's been amazing.
And
We had a
300
goal of
$3,000.
$3,000.
What are we sitting at?
I look right now on stream. It may be different in Tiltify. 3,750 and 23 cents.
Let's
Yep.
give ourselves a round of
Wow.
Yep.
applause.
Yeah, that
Let's-
is
That's
It's
the you
not
chat too.
shabby.
amazing work,
Everybody.
everybody.
Everybody. Excellent.
Okay. How do we
So-
want to do this?
Strike. Tell people where to find you, what's going on, all that jazz.
I am a moderator all over Twitch at various and sundry channels, TTRPG and video game related. I do every other week a D&D 5e actual play called Utharian Legends. Our next game is May the 2nd, so a week from today, over on Chaotic Tiefling ATL. And otherwise, you can find me on Twitter.
Excellent. Sarah.
Hey, I'm Sarah B. Strange. I pop up everywhere and nowhere, so hey, if I'm looking for more games to join, so if you want scary butch or anything else, let me know.
Excellent.
You can find me on Twitter at Sarah B. Strange. Best way to find me.
All right. Tuck, French Tuck.
Hi, I am the French Tuck. You can find me under _French_Tuck here on Twitch and on Twitter. I am here on the GR channel every Thursday for our Victoriana campaign, Victoria Vigilante, playing Alexandra Collins. On my Twitch channel, I stream cooking and baking, and yeah, I'm very tired.
Vicky.
Well, I'm Freaky, the Great Freaky. I'm a co-founder of this channel, so you will usually just see me here, or if I'm lucky, somewhere else. You may see me in some chats, and sometime in Dimple's chat, talking about all sort of curse things, as we always do. So yeah, definitely go check Dimples and Dice stream. He's amazing.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
it's just a channel rolling this 20, like
Yeah.
chef's kiss.
Oh yeah, now he's done my plugs for me. Yeah. I'm Prince, aka Doubles and Dice. You find me at my channel, Dice, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all that jazz. That's where you'll find my stuffs. I'm also over on Rolling These 20s on Wednesday nights at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time doing a D campaign as Matrix, the artificer, fighter, robot of awesome skills and better than all the rest of his party. You can find me on Faith Forge Academy on Thursday mornings at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. I just started that campaign. That'll be running for the next 7 weeks. So do come check us out over there. And then on Philly by Night, Saturday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Oh, yeah. And I'm also in Vampire the Masquerade Vancouver by Night, Delve into Darkness at 3 p.m. Eastern on Vancouver by Night. I'm a lot of places. I'll be doing more stuff. Check out my Twitter. You'll know what's going on.
So busy.
Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all. This was a blast. I
Thank
had
you.
an
This was
absolute great
wonderful.
time.
I'm glad I broke you.